Hi, Stamper fans. Welcome to another Make It Monday. Thanks for joining me, whether you're watching live on Facebook or if you're catching the replay here on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm so glad that you're here. I am Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I'm here to help you connect with your people, whether that's gathering together to craft or you making handmade items to share with them. It's all about making and deepening those connections. So let's get to it. All right, first up is Friday night stamping. So Russ joked on Friday that he never wins anymore. So I said, that means you're going to win this week, right? And doggone it if he did. So his dino card was our winner. And I gotta say, I told him Friday night, I said, I just love how he builds a scene. I don't seem to be able to have the talent, or it takes me longer to think about it, I think, but just the way he places grasses, boulders and things like that, I really like it. So he's very good at scene building and coloring. And then mine was the drinks, not coffee, mind you, because I don't drink coffee, but it could be coffee if you like that. So, but yes, this was the winner on Friday night. So, and we are making neither of them tonight because as it starts in 2025, we are starting the new schedule. So Friday night stamping will be separate from my Monday lives. And that means you will have even more ideas coming at you from the Facebook page. So make sure you are following and interacting so things show up in your feed, and hopefully you'll get lots more new ideas. I do have one quick thing before we get started tonight, and that was Russ reminded me that I forgot to share like the best holiday card we got, handmade holiday card, but I actually have two to share with you. One is this cute little hand-drawn piece that is from an independent musician that we follow out of San Francisco. So we got a special Seasons Tweetings postcard from her. So that was really cute. Loved it. Hey, Penny. And the best handmade card we got was from our oldest grandboy, Jeffers. Hand colored, fabulous. And then on the inside, it does say that we are the best grandma and papa in the world. So we have it in writing now, folks. It's like the competition's over. Sorry, all you other grandmas and papas. We're the best. So that is very darling, right? He was very excited too because we saw them the weekend before Christmas, and he gave us this card. So we were very, happy. That was awesome. And then when they came on Christmas Eve, he saw it was on the fridge, and he was very proud to see it on the fridge. You could tell. So, okay. So we will get started tonight. Tonight starts our new schedule, and tonight is all about simple card making, or taking a sip, which means stamps, ink, and paper. So kind of back to basics, which does not mean back to boring. So, and this is what I have for you tonight. Super, super fun. We're going to let the designer paper do most of the heavy lifting on this. And that's a great way to do a simple card, is to incorporate designer paper, because it makes it look fabulous without too much work or supplies on your end. So, all right. So I took a piece of the Full of Life designer paper, went through quite a few different ones, and I do have another sample at the end. So stay tuned, and I will show you that. But this one I thought would be really cool, and it's a nice way to kind of color the books without having to color the books, right? Speaking of books, this is a brand new stamp set that will go live tomorrow called For the Books. So for all of you library people, for all of you book readers, or anybody that knows book readers, which is pretty much everybody, I think, right? You either read or you know somebody that does. This is a fabulous set for you. And it is a bundle, so it does come with dies, but we're just using the stamp set tonight. So we'll grab our black memento ink, right? You could really use any ink for this one. I could have used like a basic gray. With a different designer paper, maybe I would have gone with like early espresso, a really deep dark brown. That would be pretty too. But your basic black is really good. So we are going to take a stack of books. Grab this one first. Yeah, and this set is in the new mini catalog that goes live tomorrow. So watch out for that. All right, I'm going to put one set of these books on each side. As I was building this on Friday night, of course, I kind of stamped from left to right until I filled it. So, but now I have a sample to copy from. So I was very excited because my chamois got a nice bath in the washing machine over the weekend. So, yeah, and if you don't know that about the chamois, you can just throw them right in the wash. I usually throw them in with my towels. That way nothing gets, like I don't have a white t-shirt or something that gets weird stains on it. Then we've got some leaning books here. Yeah, so I threw both of them in with the towels in the wash, and they're nice and refreshed, and I just had to get them wet tonight, ready for me to stamp some more. So we've got some nice leaning books there. And I will tell you on my the card I made the other night, I actually had to do an extra little leany guy because I didn't put them close enough. And I'm like, okay, they're clearly not leaning on those books, so can't just be floating in midair. And then we have a nice stack of books. So we'll kind of, dress our shelves, right? So we'll put that in the middle here. Maybe that's our immediate TBR pile. And these are so fun. I actually did I did another card with this stamp set for my tutorial group. So that is a tutorial that I will be sharing on my email newsletter in the coming weeks. So if you don't already subscribe to that, be sure that you sign up for that. That link is in the video description. You can also go right there to my link tree and you will see the link to sign up for that. Okay, the other thing I absolutely love about this stamp set is it has a little pair of glasses, and I've worn them since I was 9, so, that's a good thing. So I do like to kind of pop them on the top of that stack of books because, that's where I would put my glasses, right, if I was going to read later. Although, quite frankly, I can't go anywhere without my glasses on because otherwise I'd be walking into walls all the time. So I'm very nearsighted. All righty. So there we have our cute little books, right? And they're all basically different colors thanks to the paper that they're on. So no coloring involved. Then we need to put the glasses back so I don't lose those, which does happen in real life sometimes. All right. Then I thought we've got some good greetings on here. They're there. My little cardstock pieces. So I have just a little nice scrap of basic white. I think this is about 3/4 inch wide. And all the measurements for all my cards I also give in my email newsletter. So if you're ever wondering exact measurements and things like that, make sure you subscribe. All right, so I'm going to stamp Story of Us right in the center. And then we're going to grab our Melon Mambo ink pad, which will match part of our designer paper, and it matches the card base. Yes, Penny, I knew that you would love this set. I'm sure you were probably like me because demonstrators get a chance to see things ahead of time and order things ahead of time as well. And so when I was first looking through the mini catalog online months ago, I saw this set and then right after it, the Dino set that Russ used Friday night. And I was like, oh my gosh, those two are definitely going to be in our house. All right, so we've got a cute little heart stamp. I thought that was just appropriate for the Story of Us, right? Now, I could just throw that greeting right on the top of my card and call it done. But I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit. And also, we're still not in agreement on how zhuzh is spelled. Being of Polish descent, we called my dad Jaji for grandpa, and that was spelled with a DZ. D-Z-I-A, D-Z-A-A. So it's like Jaja, I think, really. So I think zhuzh should have a D-Z. It sounds like it, but who knows? Google did not understand us when we asked. Okay, so I'm going to give this a little slanted cut just to make it a little more interesting. Zhuzh, huh, with the Z-H. I don't know. I'm going to have to find it someplace. Maybe I'm sure some author has used it in a book, right? So in order to zhuzh this up, instead of just putting the plain white greeting in the middle, I took the two end colors because those were the boldest colors, Melon Mambo and Shaded Spruce. And basically all I did was put this right along the bottom, and then I just cut it at the same angle. Okay, and then I'll take this one and do the same thing. This is an excellent way to use up your scraps, even if you're not doing a simple card. Doing your greeting like this, something like that, is a nice way to just give it some pop of color, tie it into the rest of your card. So I'm just going to take my liquid glue, go along the bottom. Oops, somebody dropped something. So we'll leave a little bit. Oh, I did it in reverse order. That's okay. Leave a little bit peeking out bottom and right. And then I'll just do it again and layer up another one. There we go. Now we have a triple layer kind of greeting extravaganza. And so that'll give you a little more oomph. I suppose while we've got our liquid glue out, we will take our little piece that I cut from the bottom of this designer paper, and we'll put that along with a white piece for our inside. That ties the inside and the outside together. Always a nice little thing. Plus, if you make the strip wide enough, it means you have to write less. So if you don't like writing on the insides of cards, you can fill it up with a lot of, designer paper. Then you don't have to write so much. Sometimes I can just write and write, and sometimes I'm just kind of brain dead and I just can't figure out what to do. Whoops. I forgot to fold my card first. So this is our Melon Mambo base. All right. Let's put our inside in. Very important to make sure that your card is opening the correct way, right? You don't have things upside down and backwards and whatnot. Okay. And now our greeting is going to go on with dimensionals, which is another way to kind of zhuzh up your card, right? There they are. I think I'm going to use kind of a strip from the outside here. Right about that. So make sure you use all your dimensionals, even around the outside, because they all stick just the same. Pop that up in the middle. And there you go. That is how easy. It's literally 14 minutes in, and I've done a lot of jabberjawing. So it's like so simple to make a really nice card. Doesn't take you a lot of time. So if you're on your way out to go someplace and you need a card or something like that, pull out your designer paper, pull out one or two ink pads, and you've got it. So yes, I do have another sample for you, but first, let me tell you about a couple of things. Tomorrow is a big day for Stampin' Up! And all the people that love us. January 7th, 2025, we have celebrations starting tomorrow, which means for every $60 or $120 you buy, you get to pick out free stuff, which is awesome, right? So you can stock up on adhesive and cardstock and, envelopes and things like that. And then you can get a free stamp set or free paper or free embellishments, all sorts of goodies in here. And you can click the shop link that I have in the video description. You can check this all out on my website tomorrow, starting on the 7th. We also have a new mini catalog coming out tomorrow. This little beauty, again, cannot show you the inside until tomorrow. So, but lots of really beautiful, fun things like the book set, like the dino set. Lots of great stuff in there. There always is. Every time they come out, it's like, how can they keep getting better? But they do. So another thing that's coming out tomorrow is we will have more online exclusives, which obviously I don't have a catalog to show for because they'll all be online. So we've got that coming out. We've also got a new scrapbooking brochure coming out tomorrow, which you'll be able to see on my website. So you can either go to stampernan.com or you can go to my bit.ly here, the Stamper Nan shop. You can go to either one and it'll get you there to my online store, and you can see all of these catalogs, all of the products. You can see the online exclusives, the scrapbooking brochure, and we'll have 3 new kits coming out tomorrow. So shopping starts at midnight Mountain Time. Online versions of the catalogs will be available, I think, at noon Mountain Time tomorrow. But you'll be able to see everything in the online store as well. And I don't know if you know this, but in the online store, you can also see all those great samples. Well, maybe not all, but many of the great samples that you see in the catalogs. So just because you don't have a paper catalog in front of you doesn't mean you won't be able to see some samples and get some good ideas as well. So there is that. Okay, the other sample I have for you, same exact layout and everything. And this is a different designer paper. I pulled the Bright and Beautiful designer paper out for this one. So still kind of that, it's an ombre effect. But yeah, so I piled those books along the bottom. And then this is one of the other really fun greetings there. So I colored in the stars. So you're a solid 5-star. Like, who wouldn't love to get that from a reader, right? Or to a reader. And yeah, I just flagged the end on this one. So very, black to pull out the bright colors, a little bit of the Berry Burst Stampin' Blends. You could use a marker as well, colored pencil, all sorts of different ways to fill those little stars in. So there is your inspiration for tonight. Next week, we will be working with a sketch. So I will show you the sketch. I will kind of walk you through how I developed ideas, and I will have at least 2 examples. I'll put together one, and I'll have at least one alternative for you as well, so you can get an idea of how you can look at a sketch and start thinking about what exactly you want to do with it. That is a great way to get some creative juices flowing if you're kind of stuck and you're not sure what to make. So all righty, let's switch this up here. So that's all I have for you tonight. That was a quick and easy one. Yes, very versatile, Penny. Love designer paper. That's all I've got for you. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you've gotten a little inspiration, if you've gotten some tips, I'd love it if you'd share the video so that your friends and family can learn from it as well. Until next week, I'm still Nan Gerlitz. Happy stamping.